So, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. ఇవాళ మళ్ళీ మనం Hogwarts Legacy అయితే ఆడబోతాం. So let's begin the video.
Revelio.
Okay. The quests ఏమున్నాయి ఇప్పుడు? Invisibility push. Thunderbolt push. Thunderbolt portion కదా చూద్దాం మన దగ్గర కాయిన్స్ ఉన్నాయా లేదా అని.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
What's my problem?
Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I've...
Anyone looking for trouble? Oh, I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, did it?
Ha ha! Time to see someone!
Come in.
Glacis.
I want the light go out of your eyes.
Confringo. Yes. It's done. Glacis. Confringo.
You'll pay for that! Confringo! I'll be the mule Peter out! Oh!
Bombarda. Depulso. Bombarda.
Levioso! Hold still!
Expelliarmus. Depulso. Bombarda. Protego. Stupid. Glacis.
You'll pay for that!
Depulso. Revelio. Depulso.
Near I find you! Levioso!
Bombarda.
Look along! Levioso!
Bombarda.
Blackfoot! Levioso! Mine to sell? How did that feel?
Revelio.
Tipping. Hogwarts. Summoner match. Next, tak. Professor Shah.
I'd like to retire to Hogsmeade. Bombarda! He never shuts up about you.
Something in That's the last time I have a potion I use.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good.
Arresto momentum.
Glacial. It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Bombarda!
పోర్షన్స్ ఏమేమి రెడీగా ఉన్నాయి చూద్దాం. ఖాళీ అయితే అలాగే మంచిగా వచ్చింది. ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్ పెట్టేయాలి. వాడదాం. ప్లాంటింగ్ లార్జ్ వాటిలో ఏం పెట్టవచ్చు. shopping credits. Din gala continue करना. Change in captures क्या करोगे? Vedrà se te io. Kada? Finish something. मैं कुछ डिश बनाना चलिए लग पोस्ट कर दी looking at first. Run into state of transfigurations. Well, or nothing. Oh, 180 meters. ఫ్రెండ్స్ దగ్గర మ్యాక్సిమం నేను అనుకుంటుంది అయితే మన కామన్ రూమ్లో ఒక ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ అయింది. గ్రేట్ కాల్.
Glacius! Arresto momentum. Glacius! Defender!
I don't understand why people do
ఎంత దూరం ఉంటుంది?
Revelio!
కొత్తగా ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు ట్రావెల్ చేయలేదు నేను ఇక్కడికి.
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio!
Okay.
Bombarda!
Oh, this color.
Incendio! Glacius! Confringo!
Into the middle change, triangle circle.
Revelio!
Three one. One man.
I find if I try to look.
Okay.
Incendio!
For it. I really like to yes, no, but what am I doing? Nice. Item. Next item.
Bravery run.
This cannot possibly...
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Okay, చెప్పు.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felicius.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the Quaffle. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
అనవసరంగా కొట్టాం కదరా.
The Order of Merlin.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Ukrainian Ironbelly.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer, though the Viper Tooth is the smallest, who founded the...
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the Hidebehind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
The Knockback Jinx.
Actually, the answer was the Patronus Charm. The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Gamp.
That's it! One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct! In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Basilisk.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Rune's Paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the Rune's Paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Elixir to induce euphoria.
Incorrect. The
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio. Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Well, are you ready to test your expertise with my most difficult questions?
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you...
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see?
Revelio.
Thanks for that.
I thought it cannot on the... First is 11, 21, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 8 का answer है spider. Next 5. 5 plus 9. 5 plus 9, 14. Then pick up the other spider. Dragon. High five. What did you do?
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her hostages into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Making owls a bit too literal in the world.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumours of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Okay.
Glad to see you
Arrest
repay
the momentum. Bombarda. Defender. Arrest the momentum. Bombarda. Glacius.
It dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Okay, Sebastian.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Forbidden Forest కదా. Map. ఇది కదరా Forbidden Forest. Hogsfield వస్తుంది అప్పుడు Hogsfield. నైస్ రా సెబాస్టియన్. లొకేషన్ కూడా చెప్పండి రావట్లేదు.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Wait.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Let's go, Sebastian. One good head. Tennis jumping cabbages.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Glacius! Defender! Arrest the momentum.
Get away with that!
You won't get away with it.
Defender! Glacius! Defender!
I shall avenge your death.
Arrest the momentum. Bombarda!
You won't get away with it. And happily hit it on his back.
Confringo! Stupefy!
I will make you
Revelio.
Someone's here.
Arresto momentum. Bombarda.
Well,
We make a good team. Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
you know which one I'd choose.
Defender. Bombarda. Protagonist. Arresto momentum. Incendio. Accio. Bombarda.
Don't do that again, I beg you! Reputation does not belong in battle. Let's get this over with.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term. Revelio.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Main.
Better or for worse, we're in.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mine. Such arrogance.
Arresto momentum. Defender. Bombarda. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Who's there?
Defender. Protego. Bombarda.
Lucky, that's all. I hate wasting my stupid. Blasted plant.
Protego.
Someone been taken out last week.
Arresto momentum.
What's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs.
Smashing.
Bangs. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Glacius. Defender. Reparo. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Confringo. Sando. Arresto momentum. Bombarda. Glacius. Defender.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Incendio!
Still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome...
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
You will regret it.
Potato! Stop it! Arrest them and then glaciers! Defender!
No! I will...
Oh, justice.
I won't rest.
Stupid! Leviosa! Potato! Bombard! Defender! Arrest them!
Vegetables in combat.
We're not finished yet. Stupid! Arrest them momentum! Glacier! Defender! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Glacius! Bombard! Arresto momentum! Defender! Potato! Stupid! Glacius! Incendio! Confringo! Stupid one! Arresto momentum! Glacius! Defender! Leviosa! Accio! Incendio! Glacius! Confringo!
You certainly cleared the room.
I think Confringo kana defender ne best.
So well known for.
Defender! Revelio!
Okay.
Incendio!
Nice.
Incendio! Confringo!
Above the cabin door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Wasn't expecting that.
Defender! Another passageway. We should search the room first. Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece. Glacius!
Our efforts weren't in vain after all.
Defender!
Still, something about this place feels odd. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us
If
unravel
the
more of this
triptych led us
mystery.
here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do.
And the bad news?
We're entering trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable. You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learnt. Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in any sort of dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Hey, Ominous.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. It would mean a lot.
Revelio. Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio. Thank you for being willing to help me, Amit. Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation.
Thank... I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
an ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. Glacius. Accio.
I'm quite good at sneaking up.
Arrest!
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe
Accio.
goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio. How nice of you, so far.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine. Get us through here safely, Arneet. You have my word.
Clever.
Confringo!
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Arneet. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
I deserve better than patrol duty.
I'll be quiet.
Little moon house.
Arrest them! Confringo! Places!
Rather unwise coming back this way. This is almost too easy. I won't rest. Correct.
What are you doing?
Arrest them,
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler.
Revelio.
This is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
Think you're... Potato. Stupid. Arrest them, momentum. Defend them. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. Defender.
Such arrogance.
Arrest them.
Firemouse, where's the pup?
Good for you. Defender. Protagonist. Why can't stupid one? Arrest them momentum. Incendiary. Accio. Defender.
You won't get away with that. Smash the best of them.
Arrest them momentum. Places. Defender.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Incendio! Accio!
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain, but instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I have thrilling news. I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Revelio.
I can solve it. Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must...
Hello, Hamora.
Your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
Revelio.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. The poor thing must have gone sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Okay, blood.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet. Accio! Incendio! Gracious! Defendo! Potato!
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
There she is again.
She's fantastic.
From a distance.
How good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. What's your step?
Starved to pick off a grubhorn.
Or just raring for a fight. Incendio!
make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try. If we can get to the nest. She's leaving! Quickly! There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Repair her.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realise.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
రెండవని తీసుకొని తర్వాత వెళ్దాం. ఈ రోల్ బతికిందండి. చిన్న పోషన్ తీసుకొస్తా తీసుకొస్తా ఏం కావాలి చెప్తున్నా ఫెర్టిలైజర్
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
మన పీస్ తింటట్టయితే వీడండి. సో వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయడం మాత్రం మర్చిపోకండి. So I'll see you in the next one.